So that was maybe the most high-profile instance of a president ignoring SCOTUS rulings, but presidents over the years have been accused of ignoring the Supreme Court on issues, various issues, including more recently. But ultimate questions for separation of powers here. And again, I'm not saying that those were, well, in Andrew Jackson's case, that was definitely ignoring Supreme Court rulings. But there are some murkier concepts where the president has been accused over time of ignoring the Supreme Court whenever they rule on something, or the executive branch in general just dragging their feet on things. And so that's for you to decide on, but don't want to get too much into the weeds of that, because we want to talk about ultimate questions for this disregard for SCOTUS rulings, what those mean for separation of powers, whether these actually were, in cases where SCOTUS rulings were definitely dismissed by a president or legislative branch, or whether it's an accusation that somebody feels may have been the case, but there's some debate as to whether the court's interpretation of a ruling was being carried out or wasn't being carried out. So, questions to think about. Is there ever a justification for a president to defy SCOTUS rulings? That is to say, a president thinks SCOTUS had an incorrect interpretation of the Constitution, because we don't always agree with SCOTUS rulings. Sometimes we personally think an interpretation is wrong. But if we think an interpretation is wrong, is that okay for a president to, or the Congress to also think this ruling is a bunch of crap, I'm not enforcing it? Is there ever a justification for that?